Little boy didn't get out of his mother's coffin when they decided to open the lid. They were shocked. We enter the world and would definitely leave if we all know. Although choosing our close and loved ones is really heartbreaking, and there's nothing worse than that, but death is the utter truth of life that we are very well aware of. But how would you make it understand to a 5-year-old kid? A really heartbreaking incident happened in the Philippines when a 5-year-old boy lost his mom. It's tough for youngsters to understand death and why those we love leave us permanently, as this young boy did when he pondered why his mother wasn't sleeping by him, but in the casket instead. A 5-year-old little boy, Cain Nagles Castro, lost his mom, Catherine Nagles Castro, while she was giving birth to Khan's brother, Cyril Kaiser, in the local hospital in San Jose, Mindoro Occidental. At Catherine's burial, her mother-in-law, Marichu Gabriel, had a moment of heartbreak. The little kid dragged a chair so that he could see her mom in the coffin. Looking at her in the coffin, he asked why she was not sleeping beside him. Cain kept sitting near the coffin as he did not want to leave his mother. He also arranged chairs together to make a bed for himself near the coffin so that he could sleep beside his mother. Marichu Gabriel, his grandmother, saw this and shared a picture on Facebook. She also said this was really a heartbreaking moment, and what would you answer the kid for asking why isn't his mother sleeping beside him? Cain is a bright kid, but he lost his smile after he lost his mother. Being adult, we too can't handle the pain and suffering we get by losing our close and loved ones, and this is just a 5-year-old kid. How would he understand what has happened in his life? It is really sad to hear what has happened. Marichu Gabriel, Catherine's mother-in-law, watched a terrible episode following Catherine's burial when Cain began dragging a chair so that he could step onto it to look inside the coffin of his mother. Gabriel, who was disturbed by the circumstance, shared the photo she took with a meaningful note on Facebook. In the picture, Cain was seen resting his hand on the top of the coffin while looking inside of it. Cain probably didn't want to leave his mother alone, so he keeps sitting beside her. Cain took another chair and made it his bed beside the coffin, refusing to allow his mother to sleep alone. Losing a loved one is very painful. As a child, losing a parent who has loved you unconditionally since the day you were born is one of the most painful things we can imagine. But just because someone has passed away doesn't mean your love has disappeared. And one little boy in Mexico reminded the world of that in a moment caught on video. A little boy in Mexico was caught visiting his mother's tomb in Mexico recently, in a video that has since gone viral and been shared worldwide. The boy circles the graveyard in search of the spot his mother was laid to rest. When he finds it, he pulls what appears to be homework from his bag and shows it to her. As the video continues, the boy finishes reading his late mom his homework and then puts it away. He begins touching the tomb and wiping back tears in a truly heartbreaking moment that resonates with anyone who has lost someone close to them. Then the boy prays and talks to his mom. Occasionally people walk by, but no one disturbs the boy, who appears to be there alone. Eventually the boy puts his backpack down and uses it as a pillow, not seeming to care that he is getting dirty by laying on the ground. He lays there for some time and maybe even falls asleep. Eventually, a stranger comes and wakes him up because the cemetery is closing. The boy doesn't even question the fact that it's time to go and just collects his things. Then he gives his mom a final hug that almost feels like he's telling her he'll be back soon. Then he leaves and the video ends. So far, the video has captured millions of hearts and solicited thousands of comments from people around whose hearts break for the kid. How can they not? How a boy proved the importance of reminding people they are loved. One of the reasons this video is so touching is because it's so sad to think about a young boy who is craving his mother back in his life. But it's also really relatable to see him go to the place where her body is buried and to talk to her, because sometimes that's what you need to do to feel comforted when these tragedies occur. If nothing else, it's a reminder that we all go through dark times and lose people we love in life. And that's how people deal with that grief that doesn't always look the same. For some, talking to the person you lost and visiting their tomb to share routine things from your day may help. For others, holding a picture or praying may be the thing you need, and some people may prefer to deal with grief privately and avoid discussing it at all. This video also makes you want to hug your own parents, children, or chosen family extra hard today. No one knows how much time we have left after all. So reminding the people you love just how special they are to you while you still can is important. So pick up the phone, send that text, or plan that visit today if you're still lucky enough to be able to do so.